Okay folks, this will be an interesting, maybe a bit boring, but it could come up looking a treat for all we know. I just got to make it look interesting. I'm going to make it look interesting. I do think we're going to start with black. And we're going to enlarge it maybe 400% for this. Going to leave it there. And we're going to make it contrasty. Okay, let's see what we have. We have here some designer underpants. So Calvin Klein is the name, and we're interested in taking that and enlarging it. So I'm just going to take it here and just put it on the glass like so. So this is Calvin Klein, and indeed a designer, huge designer label that a lot of people really like, because people love to be associated with rich people and glamour and glitz and shit like that. And Calvin Klein just captures that, appears to capture that essence. And you're just paying for a fucking label half the time. You don't even know if it's, that's cut it off. Maybe you have to move it a bit, whatever. I think we've got to move it this way. But basically, Calvin Klein is indeed a very popular, rich label. It's a very hoity-toity, up-yourself sort of a brand that people buy because it's rich people's status. I do find that sort of thing quite boring and annoying, that everything is about money and riches and being famous and all that. Oh, there's nothing wrong with any of that stuff in itself, but when it becomes like the most important thing, it's just really quite stupid. Now that looks like it's in a good position. We just have to maybe reduce it a bit on the horizontal, but basically it's really, people are just too shallow. You just get the feeling that the world is full of shallow attitude. It's really like trying to keep up with the Joneses and all that sort of shit. Trying to get ahead. Because that's the thing, and the rich people are the ones who prevail. So now we've still got too much there. We've got some of it in. I do think maybe smaller than that. Calvin Klein. Klein, I think in German, from memory from my school days, means small. Calvin Klein, Calvin's small. Yeah, not very good when you think about dick size. No, that's too small. I was thinking 370 or 380. But basically, yeah, Calvin Klein indeed is a huge status symbol. Yeah, that looks like we've pretty well got it in. I thought it looked a bit darker. Maybe we could make it a bit larger on the horizontal again. Maybe 370 something might be a little bit better. $374. So yeah, that's a better fit. The C is right in the middle there and there. I'm going to do something special. with this, I'm going to have to reduce it again and compact it a bit, but that's Calvin Klein right there, you could say. So now we're just going to go here, switch it to 70.7, and the horizontal is going to be 100% and the vertical is going to be, so we fit it in, and we're just going to switch this to full colour. We've got something interesting we're going to do with this. Now I've already done that. We just got to do the saturation and the colour balance. Okay, off with the knickers. They're going to be donated. So we just got to take this Calvin Klein and we're going to make it into something really, really interesting. Actually, I think we might reduce it both ways. I'm going to make it both ways reduced. And we're just going to slip and slide this big name in clothing across the glass. So I don't know how that's going to look. We'll soon find out. Yeah, that looks brilliant, and you can see some of it is legible even though it's been distorted, and you can see this lovely colours breaking up. So we're going to make this into another movement. We're just going to switch this back to 100%. So we're just trying to make something out of otherwise just another rich person's label, Calvin Klein. I do wonder when Calvin Klein started becoming popular, or when it started, how it originated. Yeah, I could look that up on the internet easily. I'm sure there'll be plenty of entries on Google as to how Calvin Klein, the clothing label, began, the history. Anyway, that looks really quite interesting, the label. I don't know if we're going to do another piece. I'm just going to use my intuition here and see which one we're going to be working with. And yeah, I do like it overall. It looks a bit busy, but maybe we could cut it off or leave it. I don't know what we're going to do with it. We're going to make it another movement, maybe. I'm going to really make it hard to recognise the Calvin Klein label as we know it. Take a deep breath, folks. Yeah, that's starting to look nice and marbled. I do like this overall shape. Or I'm just going to maybe, that's a tricky one. I'm going to see which one we're working with, what my intuition's telling me, because I've got intuition helping me make this into something interesting. Maybe the enlargement, we're going to make it the horizontal, should I say, to start with. I don't know how it's going to look, as I often don't always know. I struggle even with intuition, trying to work out how something's going to actually look. I'm just going to try and see. I'm going to use a bit of intuition here, folks. It's really difficult trying to guesstimate how it's going to look, if it's going to look any good. Yeah, that looks, I've got it nicely placed there, but I don't like it there. Even though that part looks nice, actually that does look nice. That might work. That might work out better than I think. I could be wrong. It's a tough one, folks, trying to work out how something's going to work, how it's going to look. And as I said before, sometimes it takes a bit of the old proverbial saying, a leap of faith, because I don't always know if something's going to look any good until I've actually printed it and laid it out here on this makeshift surface, my special place to sleep, my bed. So I have to fucking lay it out and see just how it looks before I know if it's a success or not. And often I'm pleasantly surprised how good it looks. So these were a boring pair of knickers. No, you wouldn't think you could photocopy a pair of underpants. So because they're all black and white, you know, there was no colour in it, no fancy stuff, no prints, just the word Calvin Klein, the name, the brand name. And I do think this is going to work, actually. Yeah, that's come up a treat. I think now we can call this demo a success. Yeah, gotta go.